Serbia's simmering unrest has erupted into its most violent clashes in months. Students, riot police, and pro-government loyalists face off in the streets of Novi Sad and Belgrade. Nearly 50 arrests, dozens injured, and accusations of a regime provoking civil war. As President Aleksandar Vučić vows no mercy for his opponents. Tension escalated in the Eastern European nation of Serbia on the night of August 13th. Clashes continued for the second day between Serbian anti-government protesters and supporters of the incumbent Serbian Progressive Party and police in Ujvideg, Novi Sad, Serbia. The Serbian police on August 14th said that nearly 50 protesters have been detained across Serbia, and dozens of people were injured as violence spiraled following more than 9 months of largely peaceful protests against President Aleksandar Vučić, accusing him of stifling democratic freedoms and of allowing organised crime and corruption to flourish. On August 13th, student activists called on supporters to protest in front of SNS offices in major cities across Serbia, including Belgrade, Novi Sad, Kragujevac, Kasak and Niš, after several protesters were injured in clashes with SNS supporters in the town of SERBIA'S on the evening of August 12th. Riot police blocked anti-government protesters near the Serbian Parliament building on August 13th as they approached the area where supporters of President Aleksandar Vučić have been camping since March. Serbian Interior Minister Ivica Dačić, in a press release on August 13th night, condemned an attack on the state, claiming the protesters had attacked the police for no reason.
There are many injured citizens, 6 injured police officers. Those who were heading toward the offices of the Serbian Progressive Party, the blockers, the demonstrators, were attacking both citizens and the police without any reason. Those who broke the law will be identified and sanctioned. The gatherings, which followed an outbreak of unrest on August the 12th at night, were organized at some 90 locations on August 13th evening.
He insisted the police had responded with minimal force, adding that those who had attacked the police would be detained for 48 hours. On his Instagram account, Vučić, a former ultranationalist who converted to the cause of European Union membership in 2008, published a video showing him sitting with his supporters in front of the parliament.
Terrible things were done tonight in Novi Sad. They are still doing them. But when you show will and desire to solve things with peace, endurance, and patience, then you always bring victory in the end.
He also declared that the government will do everything in its power to capture those who want to plunge Serbia into a civil war. He added, "We will respect our opponents, but there will be no mercy for violent offenders, thugs and criminals." Andrej Vučić, brother of President Vučić, was filmed entering a pro-government tent camp that was set up in the center of Belgrade near the National Assembly in March. Andrej Vučić was filmed there calling the demonstrators Ustaše, a pejorative expression referring to World War II Croatian fascists who killed tens of thousands of Serbs in concentration camps. In recent months, the ruling party has routinely used the term to slur opponents of President Vučić's regime. August 13th, unrest started in the northern city of Novi Sad when supporters of the ruling Serbian Progressive Party threw flares at anti-government protesters who had been marching past the party offices. Clashes there continued throughout the evening, with rival groups hurling various objects at each other amid clouds of smoke and chaos. According to a report by The Hills, an army security officer at the SNS party offices at one point fired his gun in the air, saying later he felt his life had been in danger. After a video of the man with the gun spread on social media, the director of the military security agency, Lieutenant General Đuro Jovanović, on August 14th, identified him as Vladimir Brkasanin, a member of the Army's Cobra unit responsible for the close protection of officials. Jovanović added that 7 Cobra members had been injured in the protests in Novi Sad, 4 of them seriously. Skirmishes also erupted in the capital, Belgrade, where riot police used tear gas to disperse groups of protesters. Riot police formed a cordon around a makeshift camp of Vucic's loyalists outside the presidency building downtown. Student protest organisers, meanwhile, blamed the government and police for the night of violence. University students posted on X to accuse the authorities of trying to provoke a civil war with the clashes at demonstrations that passed without incident, even while drawing hundreds of thousands of people.
The state leadership no longer hides behind phrases about dialogue. The president has announced a purge. The police once again protected the regime's loyalists, who were throwing stones and launching fireworks at the demonstrators.
The protest organizers' students' blockade wrote on Instagram,
Tonight, the authorities tried through clashes to finally provoke a civil conflict. The regime has long since determined the culprit. The students and the citizens are to blame.
The incidents marked an escalation in the persistent protests led by Serbia's university students that have rattled Vucic's rule in Serbia. Serbian President Aleksandar Vučić has long faced accusations of stifling democratic freedoms and enabling corruption and organised crime, charges he firmly denies. A tragic incident on November 1st, 2024, became the catalyst for a wave of student-led protests. The collapse of a railway station roof in Udžvidek, Novi Sad, killed 16 people, sparking public outrage over alleged corruption and negligence in state infrastructure projects. The protests, which began in late 2024, have now stretched on for over 9 months, swelling into one of the largest challenges to Vucic's 13-year grip on power. Hundreds of thousands have marched in Belgrade, Novi Sad, and other cities, accusing his government of high-level corruption, ties to organised crime, political violence, and curbing media freedoms. Demonstrators' demands include early parliamentary elections, which Vučić has refused to call, and the resignation of Interior Minister Ivica Dačić, particularly after police and government supporters were accused of violence against peaceful protesters. Authorities face further allegations of repression, including intimidation, physical assaults, arbitrary arrests, surveillance, and media smear campaigns targeting activists. The movement is driven largely by university students, mobilising against what they see as entrenched authoritarianism. Counter-demonstrations by Vučić supporters have raised fears of street clashes, with pro-government media branding protesters as terrorists. While Serbia is formally pursuing European Union membership, Vučić has cultivated close ties with Russia and China, a balancing act that has deepened domestic political polarisation. With the constitution barring him from seeking a third term in 2027, speculation swirled over whether he might change the rules to extend his rule. On August 13th, he announced he would not seek such changes, but few believe the political standoff will ease anytime soon.